From the Gert Boyle studio at OPB, this is Think Out Loud. I'm Jen Chavez. One of my earliest live music memories was seeing a Rod Stewart tribute performance in the early 90s. The performer's name was, yes, Rob Stewart, and I loved it. That was before I became an Oregonian, but this state certainly has no shortage of tribute acts, paying homage to the likes of Journey, The Grateful Dead, Depeche Mode, you name it. So what are the joys of performing the music of another artist or group? Our next two guests are here to tell us. Renee Muskies is the lead vocalist and guitarist for Major Tom Boys, a David Bowie tribute band, and represents Linda Ronstadt in the group Stone Phonies. And Adam Corkery is a guitarist and vocalist for Brown Stallion, a Ween tribute band. Renee and Adam, welcome to Think Out Loud.
Thanks for having me.
Yep, thank you. Hi.
So, Renee, I'm going to start off with you. So, as I just said, you are in a group dedicated to the music of David Bowie. Tell me what you love about Bowie's music and what draws you to it.
Oh, so many things. I love Bowie's the color to his music. It's such, there's, and the variety of it, and how much it just rocks at times, and then how it can be super weird. And honestly, just I love the queerness of it. I love the just the way people I don't know how he presents to the queer community, and I just think David Bowie was one of the greatest songwriters out there, and he just I love that he took a lot of risks and just did it. So.
And the cool thing about Major Tom Boys, aside from the great name, highest compliments,
Thank you.
Is that it's an all-femme tribute to David Bowie. What does that mean to you to be part of a group like that?
Yeah, I think we just... So I actually answered an ad on Craigslist where a friend of mine, I didn't know her at the time, Lauren, who put an ad out, and the only line in the ad was, want to start an all-female David Bowie tribute band. And I was like, not even looking for that. And I was like, yes. I do. Yes. So, and she was like, when I met with her, she's like, I don't want to sing. I play piano. And I was like, okay, I'll sing. And I play guitar. So it worked out. And then we built the band from there. I think I've always been in a lot of tributes with all women or all femmes, and I've really enjoyed the company of women when it comes to playing music. I really am a big advocate for women and gender diverse people in music, and so I just honestly prefer playing with them, and this was like such a cool concept, and people just immediately are drawn to it, so...
Okay, let's hear a little tidbit. We have some music on deck from a show y'all played at Mississippi Studios a few years ago. Here is part of Space Oddity. That was Major Tom Boys performing Space Oddity at Mississippi Studios in 2023, featuring our guest, Renee Muskies. Sounds like a great time.
Oh, it is. It's always a blast. And I'm not sick of the music, and I don't know that I ever will be. So,
Adam Corkery, I want to turn to you now. You are a vocalist and guitarist for Brown Stallion, which is dedicated to the music of the delightful weirdos that are Ween. So for the unfamiliar, how would you describe their music and what you love about it?
Well, real quick, David Bowie, I absolutely agree, is one of the best. Absolutely love David Bowie. Awesome. But yeah, as far as Ween, their music is just all over the place. There's all that you can kind of get a taste of almost every genre, and that's what makes their music so much fun to play as well. So I kind of get the best of all these different genres, anything from just straight rock and roll to psychedelic jams to funk. They even have a country record that they put out. They're just kind of all over the place. And I've always loved just a wide variety of different types of music. So it just kind of came hand in hand for me.
And okay, this blew my mind when I learned this. So as part of Brown Stallion, you got kind of a peak tribute band opportunity. You filled in for the actual band Ween. Could you tell us a little bit about that particular show at Eugene's Cuthbert Amphitheater a few years back?
Well, it was definitely one of the most bittersweet experiences of my life because, we were so excited to see Ween in Eugene and with the huge Ween community, which is a very deep, deep community in Eugene. But when they canceled and we got the opportunity to just kind of have a lemonade show and just still have fun. And basically the venue still gave a refund to all the ticket holders, but they also offered everybody to come to the show for free that had a ticket already. And then they also did a really low cover. And yeah, we ended up, I think we had 1,800 people come out, and it was just a huge party. And we were just able to all celebrate the music that we all love still and kind of make the best out of kind of a bummer of a situation, So it was absolutely incredible. And I'm just was very grateful to be a part of that entire experience. And, playing the Cuthbert is just it's a very, very beautiful, just a really great venue,
Okay, so Adam, we also have a clip to play for folks from that show. Let's hear a little bit of it. Okay, so that was Brown Stallion playing Ambrosia Parsley at the Cuthbert Amphitheater in 2024. And Adam, that does sound like a real good time as well.
Yeah, it was unforgettable.
If you're just tuning in, we're talking to musicians Renee Muskis and Adam Corkery about the joys of tribute bands. And Renee, I want to turn back to you. So I know you also perform as Linda Ronstadt in Stone Phonies, which is a tribute to the trifecta of Linda, Dolly Parton, and Emmylou Harris. Out of curiosity, first of all, how did you and your bandmates decide who'd be who?
It was very easy because I kind of look like Linda Ronstadt, first of all. Second of all, Amanda Richards, who plays Dolly, has dressed up as Dolly before and been in the Dolly Hoot and all that kind of stuff, the annual Dolly Hoot we have every year in Portland. And then Christine has this really long hair, and it's just and we kind of match the personalities a little bit too. So it was just kind of like we fell into place very easily. And it was part of the reason why I was like, these are the right people. I chose those people to do this with me. So.
And what has it been like to not just perform someone's music, but to try to embody them as a person? I feel like in that project, you are Linda Ronstadt. How is that different? What is the process like for getting into that mindset?
Yeah. Well, I have an acting background, and so I tend to think about what kind of what motivates Linda in this moment. We have some actual lines that we write between acts. We have that scripted. Amanda likes to write those lines, and it's always very funny, and we just kind of jab at each other and stuff like that. And because they were very much like sisters to each other, and we try to make it like that. And so because we have that sort of relationship between the three of us already, we're all good friends. That helps for sure. And then with Getting to be Linda, I mean, I've been just kind of watching her, on videos, in interviews, or I just listen to her talk, and I try not to emulate her high voice because I think that sounds a little silly, but I just try to, embody her. Sometimes it's just a matter of just like imagining I'm her at that point once I've done my research. So
nice. And Adam, I want to get back to you for a sec. So I learned that Brown Stallion is actually not the only Ween tribute in the Pacific Northwest. There are a whole bunch of Ween aficionados and fans out there. So what is that like? Is there camaraderie? Is there a little bit of friendly competition between different tributes to the same artist? What is it like being part of like a Ween community?
I mean, it is exactly that. It is a community, and it's a community of amazing people, and all the different tribute cover bands, Ween bands are they're all amazing, and they all kind of give it their own spin, their own flavor. And we've even had some shows where we've all played together, and we put together full shows like 3+ hours long where every band played different songs from their catalog, so there was no repeats for the night, and that was really special as well. So yeah, it's an absolutely great community. We're all friends, and we've played some pretty fun shows together, and we plan on probably trying to put some more shows together in the future too. There's a Wiener from Seattle, and then there's Poop Ship, which is also from Portland. And those are the two active bands, kind of funny names, but that's the way of the Ween world. So, yeah.
So we put out, an ask to our listeners around this topic. And Adam, we got one comment from a person named Aram Aslanian on Facebook who said, I played original music in Boston, Los Angeles, and Portland for 30 years, and although I always seemed to get stellar reviews from recordings, no one came to shows, especially when we were all north of 40. We had to beg to get 20 people to a show and be grateful that a venue was booking us. Now I play in a tribute band that always has a packed house, and we all get paid well. Sorry, but it's not 1985 anymore. I still play original music, too, and still no one ever comes. So that's what they had to say. And I wanted to ask, Adam, I know that you also play original music. Do you find what our commenter said to be true with your own experience performing with Brown Stallion?
I actually don't. I think it just depends on how much actual work you want to put in. And, it's just a different time now, and you have to really work the social media aspect, which is very, very soul-sucking, and it takes a lot of energy, and it's something that's been really hard for me even. But yeah, I play in a band called Blotter Boys, which was inspired from Brown Stallion, and a lot of it's just basically the same lineup as Brown Stallion, same musicians. And so I do think that there's an easier foundation to build on when you're in a tribute band, because you just have people that are already familiar with the catalog and already familiar with the music. Whereas when you're starting out and you're trying to push your original stuff, you're doing just that. You're starting fresh, right? No one knows your catalog at all, and so it's just a much steeper hill to start climbing. But where there's if you really work hard on it and you manifest what you want, I think anything's possible. And there's an incredible amount of original music out there that's being released right now, and it's still very prevalent. Original music is still very prevalent, and it's also very important that musicians continue to explore those avenues and to keep creating and to keep things fresh, because I love the music of Ween and all of our all these different artists that have influenced us over the years, but it's also nice to have new music that's been influenced by them. If that makes sense.
Yeah, totally. Renee, I kind of want to ask you a similar question. I mean, what do you see as like the difference between getting people out to see original music performances or getting fans of these tribute acts out to see familiar songs that they love? What have you seen as a performer?
I have to say I relate to Ram. Is that his name?
Aram, I think. Yeah.
I relate while also agreeing with Adam, but I relate because I've been a songwriter first and foremost, and done a bunch of songwriter gigs in my life, and I, I would say that I could do a whole lot more promotion and stuff, especially at this time in my life. Earlier on, I was definitely more had more of the sort of energy to promote all the time. But having multiple acts maybe is part of the reason why I don't do as much with my original stuff. So I would say, yeah, it's a way smaller crowd. I'm usually solo or duo or something like that. But with Major Tomboys or Stone Phonies, it's completely different. When you tell people the concept, they don't need to hear your music first to know if they want to go to the concert. They already know that they're going to see Femmes visiting, or I'm sorry, they're going to see Femmes playing David Bowie, and they think that's awesome, and they show up, and we have, regularly have over 100 to 200 people, depending on the show. And so it's just so easy to promote in that way when people already know what they're getting into. So yeah, I think that's the difference to me, is like people want some familiarity, but I think having it being a femme band and not like somebody who's trying to be David Bowie either is also something that it's a little bit of a fresh take on it, and I think people are curious. So.
Well, Renee and Adam, thank you both so much for joining us. This has been a real fun time.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Renee Muskies performs with the tribute band Major Tomboys and Stone Phony. Adam Corkery plays with the tribute band Brown Stallion.